Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. 1392 video. Right. Today I want to tell you about a case law regarding the importance of the confessions. That's more important. Even going according to section 164 CRPC, the magistrate is authorized to record the statements of or confessions of accused or complainant. Why we do it? It is only to give sanctity or to get some sanctity to the statement recorded by the magistrate. You may be knowing under 161 CRPC also the police can record the statements, but it need not be signed. So it has no value. When it is signed by the two in the presence of the judge, it will have its own value. For that purpose, 164 statements are necessary for recording confessions, or to strengthen the prosecution, the prosecutor also may give a statement under 164 CRPC and it can be recorded by the magistrate. So here, section 164 CRPC does not contemplate a confession should necessarily be recorded in the presence of advocate. So this is the case law. You can read the case law as Manoharan versus State of Tamil Nadu. Our state represented by Inspector of Police. Of course, he is Inspector of Police, Variety Hall Police Station, Coimbatore, 2019. The judgment was delivered on 2019. Of course, the incident took place in the year 2010. So please remember that confession need not be recorded before the advocate, can be recorded by the judge, and nobody should be present with the accused and the judge at the time of recording the 161 CRPC 164 CRPC statement. And there is a procedure also. According to section 281 CRPC, they have to record the statement duly. First of all, acknowledging whether he is in a mood to give answer or not, warning him on some day. So the magistrate, the judge will definitely warn him, you need not give the statement. If you give the statement, it goes against you. Please think over the matter. Come back on some other day. He will send him back. So much of time will be given. Then only the confession will be recorded. And it need not be done before the magistrate. So if you know the details of the case, very horrible case or ghastly rape and murder which happened in 2010, I believe. Right? So on 1910, two children, I should not tell the names. One is a boy, another is a girl. The boy is aged about 7 years and the girl is aged about 10 years. Both of them are brother and sister. Normally, they are Jain's family. Normally, they used to go to the school in a van. So on the particular day, around 8 a.m. or so, they left the house to board the van, which is which will be stopped at a distance about 50 yards from the place. So father was there in Hyderabad. This family, they were there in Coimbatore. Father was there in Hyderabad, and mother, she was looking after the daily course. And she observed that the children went away, that's all. But they did not go to the school. Around 10 a.m. or so, a message has come from the school that they did not come. Then she got a doubt. She informed the husband. Husband asked her to search in the nearby vicinity. Ultimately, he came by flight by evening, of course, to that bad luck. The dead bodies of both the children were found in a Pap canal or some canal. So it was taken up the van. Ultimately, it was established, but the previous driver, Mohan Krishnan, and the present driver, Manoharan, who is appellant in this case, both of them took away the children to the outskirts and committed a heinous rape on the girl aged about 10 years. And since the boy also saw the same, they murdered both of them. It's a ghastly case of rape and murder. Right? The accused Mohan Krishnan was arrested, and the confession statement was recorded. His statement was recorded on 29/10/2010. So after 9 days or so, his statement was recorded. Okay. So the magistrate has followed all the formalities regarding recording the confession. Yes, okay, it's done. Ultimately, during the time of trial in 2012, I think, on 25/7/2012, he has retracted from the confession. He stated that due to coercion, due to force, due to pressure by the police, he has given the confession, and there is his confession is not correct. And even 313 examination also, he filed a memo that the confession recorded should be retracted. Of course, that means he turned hostile. Please remember, he is not a witness. So, if the witness turns hostile, he will be liable for perjury, turning hostile. But here the problem is, he has given the confession statement, now he turned hostile. But the court, of course, with the corroborating facts of other witnesses, it came to the conclusion that the accused committed the offence Mohan Krishnan Manoharan, and of course they have given the punishment for rape, life sentence, and for murder, death sentence. Of course, it was confirmed by High Court also. Now the matter has come to the Supreme Court in the year 2019. So three judges, Justice R.F. Nariman, Sanjeev Khanna, and Surya Kant, while disposing the civil appeal number 1174 and 1175, Manoharan and Mohan Krishnan, by 2009, on 7/11/19, they held that so 164 CRPC is corroborative evidence. It has got its own sanctity. Here, the allegation or the submission or the argument on behalf of the appellant is that the 164 CRPC statement was not recorded before or in the presence of the advocate. Of course, you may be knowing the accused can be assisted by an advocate according to Article 22 of the Constitution of India, and so many cases you might have known. But the problem is, here when he is a judge, when he is recording 164 CRPC, nowhere in 164 CRPC it is ruled that the advocate should be present. So presence of advocacy is not necessary, and whatever he has spoken before the magistrate at the time of 164 CRPC, and when the magistrate came to the court and gave evidence in that particular aspect, yes, definitely it has got its own evidential value, and therefore the conviction given by the High Court or the conviction given by the trial court upheld by the High Court, yes, it will be 100% correct. Supreme Court held that the conviction is correct. So here the remark of the Supreme Court, whatever is confession of guilt is acceptance of one's own sin. So here the case is a rape and ghastly murder of two young children, budding children, 10 years girl and 7 years boy. What more you can expect? Definitely the confession was held to be evidentiary value, and the conviction is upheld by the Supreme Court also. Very good judgment. So I have to thank Mr. Varikode Nagaraju of Podali, who has actually sent this judgment to me, and it will be used, since it will be useful to all the fellow advocates. I am making this video. So to conclude, I want to say that while recording the 164 CRP statement, presence of advocate is not necessary. Okay, thank you very much.